Oh, Symbolic Grimtongue is a 19 health Phoneixborn with 5 battlefield and a spell board of 4. She has the Gift of Wings. So for 2 basic dice, remove all exhaustion tokens from a target ally you control. It cannot be guarded against for the remainder of this turn. That's cool. So exhaustion tokens are placed onto units or any card after they activate or do anything really. And you can have multiple exhaustion tokens on a unit, but only one of them gets removed every single round. And so when you have an ability to remove multiple, I know I've seen cards in other decks that like can move exhaustion tokens and then you can remove all of them. That'd be pretty cool. It's actually turning 32 this year, August 5th, 1993. Nice. Okay. I'm 9 days older than Magic. So there you go. I am older than Magic, technically. You learn something new every day. Also, fun fact, I'm turning 32 this year. Alrighty, this is our Phoneixborn specific action spell. Choose a target ally you control and place it into your hand. If you do, destroy a target conjuration an opponent controls. That's super interesting, mainly because now you can pull it back to your hand and remove all of those exhaustion tokens that are on it. So I'm assuming that we're going to see in this precon a lot of ways to move exhaustion tokens or incentivize you for placing exhaustion tokens on your own units, because we have a lot of manipulation with them now, which is something I'm pretty excited to play around with. Purify. This is an action spell, meaning that you play it. It goes to your discard pile. It's basically an event if you're familiar with Marvel Champions. Such an interesting looking art. I guess showering in divine magic. I'm not 100% sure what that is. Okay, so it is divine magic because I do see that white dice here on the Law of Grace. This is also a law card, which there's another Phoneixborn that deals with law. This is where my knowledge of the game starts to falter. There's another Phoneixborn that deals with the law, and you have an ability to like search for law cards. So this is another law card. Law of Grace. When this spell comes into play, remove 1 moon token from your Phoneixborn. Nice. After any Phoneixborn is dealt damage by a spell or ability, prevent 1 damage from being received. This card cannot be discarded from your spell board when you meditate, and then discard this card at the end of the round. I wonder, is a Chimera for this card considered a Phoneixborn? I don't believe so. So I believe that the Law of Grace you can play, you prevent any damage to your own Phoneixborn, but not the Chimera. And then Gates Thrown Open. So this is going to be an Illusion Divinity deck. So we do have both of those dice. So we have a deck that we can play. So this next one, these are going to be, I think, these illusion dice. So kind of these purple wolf dice. So that's going to be the other half of our mana pool. This is an action spell, Gates Thrown Open. Remove 1 exhaustion token from 1 ready spell in each of your spell board slots. That's kind of interesting because I think a lot of the ready spells, I guess. Yeah, that's interesting. So a lot of the ready spells cost dice to play, so you are going to have enough mana in order to utilize them again. Move 1 exhaustion token from 1 ready spell in each of your spell board slots. So yeah, I guess if you're able to pay the cost again, or we are going to have like some of our ready spells that don't cost too much. Space Demon Bull overlooking the gates of hell. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a very mystical looking card with like the cosmos in the background. We got the Summon Admonisher. So this is going to be a mid-tier white dice in order to play. And so I would say that, you could, depending on your strategy, this could be a fairly easy one to spam multiple times because we are going to be removing some exhaustion tokens from these ready spells. Focus 1. If you cannot, deal 1 damage to a target Phoneixborn. Oh, if you cannot place a admonisher on the spell board, deal 1. And then here's the admonisher. Dude, I love this art. I am all about this dude. I love this. I love this guy. He is so cool. Alrighty, the admonisher is effectively Rocket Raccoon in this game. Rebuke 1 at the end of each round, deal 1 damage to a target Phoneixborn. 0-2-0. So I'm thinking that if the Chimera is not considered a Phoneixborn, this is not what we want to be doing with our lives. Because I assume you would have to choose your own self. That's kind of interesting. That is something that I will look up before we start the game. But these are going to be off to the side. We got 3 summoned admonishers. That's interesting. I really don't think that that's going to be considered a Phoneixborn unless there's some specific rule in like chimeras are considered Phoneixborn for all targeting effects or something like that. We got a action spell, summon Spectral Assassin. We've got a choose a target ally you control and place it into its owner's hand. If you do, place a Spectral Assassin conjuration onto your battlefield. You may draw a card. That's a lot of stuff going on. So the Spectral Assassin. Ooh, look at this thing. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So this is the Spectral Assassin. He's kind of like this half ice, half goblin. I don't even know. Sneaky Strike. When this unit is declared as an attacker, opponents may not play reaction spells for the remainder of the turn. This feels like a very, this deck feels very kind of built for PvP play. Chimeras are considered Phoneixborn, but the Admonisher isn't great in PvE anyways. Sweet. Thank you, Lyrical Star. I appreciate it. They are considered Phoneixborn, but it's still not good. Nice. Is Symboli Grimtongue a okay Phoneixborn to play? We got the Angelic Rescue coming up next. This is a reaction spell. Costs 1 of our highest tier dice. And you may play this spell after a unit you control is dealt damage by a spell, ability, dice power, and opponent controls. Prevent that damage from being received, and then remove all wound tokens from that unit. Nice. I guess I'm struggling a little bit to see how we are going to be doing some damage. But Admonisher is cute and worth adding to your deck because he's your friend and can't bear to leave him behind. Yes, there you go. Now we're talking giant. I bought hotels for Kana Heroes recently. Symboli is fun and her precon has some neat stuff. Sick. Nice. So I'm looking forward to Kana Heroes. Chained Creation. Deal 2 damage to a target conjuration an opponent controls. If that destroys the conjuration, after it's destroyed, place 1 exhaustion token on a ready spell that target opponent controls and has a printed effect that can place the conjuration onto a battlefield. So this is not, from what I understand, not playable in PvE. I don't believe. So deal 2 damage to target conjuration. We may have conjuration units. I'm not 100% sure about this deck, and we are playing the lair aspect. 1 exhaustion token on a ready spell. The only ready spell that the Chimera has is this one, and I do not believe that it summons units. So I don't think we're going to be able to exhaust the ultimates here. Aspects are considered conjuration. Thank you for being here, Lyrical Star. I appreciate it. It's so I hate autocorrect right now. Autocorrect is kind of insane. Oh, also I did get this since our last stream because I lost my board. I have no idea where I put my board. I'm sure I put it somewhere. I'm like, this will be a good spot for this. I'll remember it. And I have no idea. But I got this from Etsy. I think it was only like $10. It's a neoprene mat for ashes. It's really nice. Really, really nice. You got the Shepherd of Lost Souls. This costs your main and side action. I don't think I've ever seen that card or that kind of cost structure before, but that's really interesting. Okay, so main and side action. Spiritual Guide. When this unit comes into play, you may search your discard pile for an ally with a title other than this unit's title and place it into your hand. 1/1/0. Nice. Although Chain to Creation's second effect only triggers against Siege of Lord's Wall. Siege of Lord's Wall. Oh, it's Siege of... That's the other one that I didn't have. Okay, cool. Or that I did not unbox today. Because there are... How many expansions for Red Rains are there out now? The original and 3 additional? I think Spawn of Shadowwreck is the second one. I'm sorry, the second expansion. So like the 3rd Red Rains box. Because there's the Frost. There's the normal one with like the Chimera. I at least think I only have this one and then the Siege of Lord's Wall. Which I also... This expansion came with a ton of player cards too. And so it's like a lot of different Phoneixborn that also... And then also they have like here's Symboli and here's like the... There's like an ally that you can use instead of her normal like Phoneixborn specific cards, which we may actually use. 5 right now. 5 right now. Okay, wow, I am falling behind. Next up, we got the Shadow Guard. Shadow Guard is an ally. Hidden. After an opponent has declared attackers, you may play this unit from your hand without paying its main action cost. Unit Guard. You can guard a unit. It's a 3/1/1. That's pretty cool. I do like that. That's interesting. So you can like hop in and save a unit. 5 right now, and the 6 has been announced already. Lyrical Star. Are you doing a lot of deck building for the game, or are you playing mainly precons? Crystal Knight. Here's our bomb. Found it. Crystal Knight costs a lot. Armored 1. After this unit is dealt damage, prevent 1 damage from being received. It's a 3/3/2. Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking. Let's go. Awesome.